In this video, I'm going to break down the 5 steps on how you can make thousands of dollars in take-home profit per sale for your dropshipping store. For those that are new to my channel, my name is Marcus Lamb. I'm a 7-figure e-commerce entrepreneur, and I make videos like these because I am tired of all of these dropshippers that are making videos in the YouTube space that are tarnishing the name of dropshipping. Listen guys, it is 2024 and there is a new way to dropship. It is not your traditional AliExpress dropshipping in which everybody promotes TikTok shop, Facebook ads, no more of that. Instead, we use a new business model known as high ticket dropshipping. So make sure you guys smash that like button. Let's get right into the video. I want to let everybody know that I'm not just a YouTube guru. I'm a business owner first and foremost. I'm still running all of my high ticket dropshipping stores before I'm teaching it. Let's just go into some of the results for last month. I'm just going to go onto my results over here and I'm going to go into my Shopify app and I'm going to click apply, and then you guys could see no filter. I'll do it one more time. First, we'll do last 90 days. So last 90 days, we did a $250,000. And then if we go into last 30 days, well, I don't want to go into July, so I'll just do June. Now, just so you guys see the full month results, we have 92,000. Perfect. All right, so the first step that we have to do is the business setup. So basically in this stage, before we get started with applying to suppliers or running ads, it's very important that we solidify our business information. Having this first step, which is creating your LLC and obtaining an EIN, which is known as your employee identification number, is very important because you're going to use this exact number and all of these documents to apply to future suppliers and vendors to work with. For those that are new to dropshipping, you don't know what a vendor is. A vendor is the person that's going to be selling you the product that you're going to sell to the market. So what you want to do with business setup is to set up your LLC using LegalZoom or going to an accountant to file for a LLC. Once you have that, you want to obtain your EIN, which is your employee identification number, and then you also want to have a resale certificate because that is going to be the form that you use to apply to become a dropshipper for all of these vendors that we're going to work with. So you want to make sure you have these 3 documents in place, and then you also want to set up your banking information. So setting up your banking information includes setting up your business bank account as well as getting your business credit cards. Now, in terms of the credit cards that I recommend using, the Capital One Business Spark, the Amex Business Gold, and the Chase Business Visa Inc. So you can use any of those credit cards. I believe those are the ones that when you spend money on social media ads, you'll get 4x the reward points. So using these cards when you are spending money on ads actually gets you money back in cash back. Whenever you spend $1 on ads, you'll get 4x the points, which is a really great deal and a great stream of income for us as a business owner. Step number 2, niche research. I know a lot of people get caught up into this step, which I totally understand. We just want to make money, right? Like, we just want sales. I don't really care about what product. Just tell me which product, which market actually makes money and I'll go sell into it. Well, if that sounds like you, that was me too, and I totally understand. But when it comes to your niche research, the best advice that I have for any beginner or existing dropshipper coming into high-ticket dropshipping is you should find some form of niche that you have resonance with. Like, you have to resonate with your niche to a certain extent. You don't necessarily need to, however, you just have to think about it. Look, if you're going to build a business that's going to be millions of dollars and it's going to print you money, ideally you should understand the core of the business that you're trying to promote. Like, you want to think about whether the product that you're going to try to sell is seasonal or if it's going to be evergreen item. You want to think about whether you even understand the market that you're selling to. For example, it's going to be very hard for me to go into the beauty niche because, well, I don't understand makeup. I don't understand beauty. So for me to think that even if there are beauty products that aren't being able to be sold, I don't know if I could go into it simply because I don't have any resonance with beauty. That's why whenever I go ahead and help other dropshippers choose their niche, I always say find a niche that you don't mind selling, that when a customer comes over through live chat or they call you, you don't mind figuring out more of the product details, meaning you just have some form of resonance with the type of products that you're selling. And the truth is, any niche could work as long as you stick through it. Even the more saturated niches, the niches that people say are competitive, I don't believe in that. I believe that the top 10% of the market is going to be the top 10%. And it doesn't matter what type of market it is. It doesn't matter what type of economic downturns might be happening in that market. I believe that if you're skilled enough, if you know how to compete in your niche, then you're going to make money whether or not that niche is competitive or not. And so we have students students that are in the most competitive niches inside high ticket dropshipping, like saunas or grills, but we still see success simply because we know how to compete against them. So when it comes to your niche selection, I wouldn't worry too much about competition or saturation. Rather, I would really think about, if I'm going to build $1 million business, what kind of business do I actually want to build? Is it going to be an outdoor or indoor business? Is it going to be a luxury or mid-ticket type of business? Do I want to sell the business at high perceived value to the masses or high perceived value to a certain amount of people? You have to ask all these questions, figure out what type of business that you want to sell, what type of niche do you want to sell, and the best way you go about it is just by finding products that you kind of already like. If you already like hiking, look for outdoors or RVs. If you like swimming, look for pool cleaners, or basketball if you look for hoops and stuff like that. Step number 3, your website setup. Now, this is a very important step, and the reason is because your website is going to dictate the customer experience. And I don't know if you guys know, but the customer experience is very important when it comes to making money, because if your customer doesn't know how to navigate through your website, they don't know how to check out, or they simply just aren't getting the information that they're looking for, well then chances are they're not going to give you what you want, which is their money into your pockets. And so therefore it is in your best interest to make sure that your website design is A1, spotless. I need you to make sure that your website is the most prettiest, good looking, highest performing professional website, and that's a must. The themes that I recommend are Empire or Warehouse. There's also the Prestige theme, and what a theme is basically a way for us as someone that doesn't know how to code to implement a coded website theme, and pretty much we just go in there and we just plug and play and just enter our stuff. But the premium themes I recommend are Warehouse, Empire, and Prestige. I want you guys to go onto this website over here, recoveryforathletes.com, and I want you to look at how nice this store is built out. You could see that there's a brands section, so these are all the suppliers that Recovery for Athletes are working with. But just look at this layout in general, look at how they've designed it, look at their navigation bar, look at their shipping pages, just look at the website and just get a feel for what a real professional high ticket dropshipping store is supposed to look like. When it comes to your logo, you can either use Canva or hire a freelancer using Upwork or Fiverr. Step number 4, which is closing suppliers. Now, the first step to closing suppliers is to finding out and doing the right research for your suppliers. Now, when I first start doing competitor research or supplier research, I always like to reference off someone else. So in this case, I like to use Wayfair.com to start my product and supplier research. I'll usually go through there and I'll look through the navigation bar, I'll look through the niche I'm going through, and I'll find different suppliers, and then I'll work my way up to finding competitors and other competitors dropshipping for this supplier and kind of start my rabbit hole from there. But my point is, first I'm going to go ahead and do supplier research. I'm going to go through the entire market. I'm going to look through other dropshippers, and I'm going to look through the big box brand names like Home Depot, Wayfair, and Lowe's. I'm gonna look through all of this and just gather up all of my suppliers that I'm going to go ahead and call. Afterwards, I'm going to grab their contact information and put it into a Google Sheet. This sheet is going to be where you put the name, your phone number of the supplier, the email, as well as a notes section. So this is going to be the sheet that we use to go ahead and call these suppliers. So make sure when you guys are entering the information inside the sheet, when you guys are calling them, you guys can enter it in a notes section and just write it down. Write down the notes for each supplier and just start calling. Next, once you go ahead and have closed some suppliers, you want to go ahead and upload their product catalog onto your website. Oftentimes, once you have spoken with the supplier and they allow you to dropship their products, you're gonna have a product catalog that the supplier is gonna give to you for you to put onto your website so that you could go ahead and sell it. And so once you have closed the supplier, you're gonna go ahead and import their catalog onto your store, and then you're gonna upload that supplier to your website. And now we're on to the last step, which is step number 5, running ads. Now, when it comes to ads, we're not gonna use the traditional advertising strategies of using TikTok or Facebook. I know a lot of dropshippers out there are still relying on those direct to response marketing tactics, which is fine. You know, you can make videos, you can make creatives, try to get a hook, try to get some video viral. But in the high ticket dropshipping space, we like to use Google Ads. Google Ads is PPC, which stands for pay per click. And basically, we're going to set up Google shopping campaigns and Google search text campaigns to target for our brand market share. Now, I think this is very important for you guys to understand, so listen very carefully. When you guys have a brand that you're working with, oftentimes people that are searching for the brand already have a purchase intent for that specific keyword. Let me explain. If someone goes on Google and they search the word Samsung TV 36-inch, chances are they're interested interested in a 36-inch TV by Samsung. But the cool thing is, it's not just any 36-inch TV, not from LG, not from anywhere else. It is from Samsung themselves. And this is known as the brand's market share, because the brand is so popular and so established that people are already searching for them on Google. And all you have to do is know how to rank for these specific warm purchase intent keywords for your dropshipping store. And that's exactly what we do. Let's just say we go to a sauna supplier and we work with a supplier known as Sunray Sauna. So this Sunray Sauna, much like the Samsung TV concept I just told you, people are searching for the brand Sunray Sauna. People are searching for the brand Sunray Sauna with a specific product model or a specific product type. But my point is, if I target these brand intent, brand specific keywords, well then, this is the core basis of the strategy when it comes to Google that I'm about to give you. So this strategy is known as the reverse pyramid strategy, and it's one of the strategies where you are targeting based off of the top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, or bottom of the funnel. And let me explain. So if you guys don't know what a funnel is, a funnel looks like a reverse pyramid, and it is the customer psychology during their buying process from a stranger into a buyer. First, they'll be aware of you, then they'll be interested in you, next they'll have a desire to buy your product, and finally they will actually buy your product. Most people, when they go into dropshipping, are targeting people at the top of the funnel because nobody knows about their product that they're trying to sell from AliExpress, and they have to convince them to think that it's an amazing product through a video ad and just convert them from a top of the funnel prospect to a bottom of the funnel buyer. Whereas with our Google Ads strategy, if you're someone that's already searching for the brand, you're already starting off in a warmer pocket of audience. You're already starting off at the middle of the funnel. If someone searches for the brand that you are selling for, you are targeting the middle of the funnel. Therefore, every single dollar that we spend onto Google Ads, we are targeting keywords at the middle and the bottom of the funnel. If you guys want to learn more about Google Ads, I have an entire Google Ads strategy video inside my YouTube channel, so just go ahead. I'll leave the link down below for you to check out. But with that being said, for us to set up these Google Ads campaign using the reverse pyramid strategy, we need to set up our Google Analytics, our Google Merchant Center, and the Google Synprosis feed. Now, for all of the new beginners that haven't set up Google Ads before, I want to clear this up because this definitely got me confused in the very beginning. So when you guys are trying to connect your Shopify store to Google Ads, you will need a middleman known as the Merchant Center. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's Google's way to verify merchants to sell on the Google shopping platform. So you have to have a Google Merchant Center. But for you to connect your Shopify store to your Google Merchant Center, you need a Google shopping feed. This shopping feed is what turns all of that computer data on your Shopify store into workable language for the Merchant Center to translate that into the Google Ads. So you need all of these as well as the Google Analytics. Your Google Analytics is what you put on your website to track all of the people that come in and buy from your store. So you need all of those. And if you guys want to learn more on how to set those up, I also have a free course where I set up all of this entirely for a high ticket dropshipping store. I'll leave the link down below also. But with that being said, once you have your ads set up and you set up the reverse pyramid strategy for the brands that you are work with, now it is time to optimize your ads. It is time to turn your ads into straight profitable cash cows. And how do we do that? So how we do that is simply by optimizing our back end, making sure that the systems that we have in place, the automations, all of that is fine-tuned. So the moment a customer comes in and live chats us, we have it pinged so that we have someone that quickly follows up and quickly tries to close a sale when someone messages us or gives us a call. It's all about that back end, that follow-up process, that lead nurturing process. And if you guys are new to ads, generally speaking, you want to look for a 10x ROAS whenever you spend money on the ads. So let's just say I spend $1,000. I'm looking to get a return on ROAS of $10,000. I'm looking to get a 10x ROAS for every $1,000 that I spend. So that's the general metrics that you want to look for. And the way you achieve metrics like that and even higher 20, 30, 40x ROAS is by making sure that your sales team and your nurture process for your high ticket dropshipping leads are going to just be really, really defined. So that is all for today's video, guys. If you guys found value in today's video, smash that like button. If you guys want more videos like these, just let me know in the comment section down below. And if you guys are interested in turning your high ticket dropshipping store to $10,000 a month profit in the next 24 weeks, I have a one-on-one mentorship application down below to see if we're a good fit. And if you're not interested in any of that, which is totally fine, I have a one-on-one free e-commerce mastermind community where I'm trying to connect all of the top, best, high-performing e-commerce entrepreneurs inside one group. So go ahead and check out that free group down below as well. And with that being said, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Lamb fam, Peace.